Welcome back to Alpha Tactics. We've got another top 5 list today. So today we're going to talk about AR upgrades. And I know we've been doing this video format a lot, but it seems to be working and you guys seem to like it. And we like the feedback we get off of it.
And we enjoy it, and I enjoy editing it. So
it is. It's fun. It's kind of a fun topic. So anyways, like I said, today we're going to talk about AR upgrades. So we're going to kind of go from our least, I guess, important upgrade that you would put on your AR to your number one priority upgrade, and just see what each other's lists look like. I have no idea what's on his, and he has no idea what's on mine. So I guess you can start it up.
My number 5 is going to be furniture. So your buttstock, your grip, your handguard, and my go-to on my AR that I have right now is going to be B5 Systems. This is a buttstock for B5s. So I really like it. They seem like they got pretty good quality furniture.
Really solid. So I like how the B5 has a lot of cheek rest on it. Right. So there's plenty of room for you to put your cheek and kind of feel more comfortable with your gun, which furniture is important, so I like it. My number 5 is actually going to be muzzle device. So I put it low on my list because I feel like your standard bird cage and a lot of nicer ARs come with nice brakes on them, like the FNs with this one right here in particular. Thankfully, more higher-end companies are paying more attention to their muzzle devices because compensators, flash hiders, that stuff matters. Suppressors even, so with the dead air Sandman here. So I think it's an important one, but it doesn't need to be done right off the bat. So that's why it's kind of...
Yeah, especially if you can get your hands on a suppressor. I think that's pretty important.
Right.
So my number 4 is going to be a lighter laser. Combo, separately, whatever. Whichever one you like better, but I always think light is definitely a good option to put on your AR.
Well, especially depending on what you want to do with it. So home defense light, if you're wanting to hunt pigs or stuff like that, then of course lasers are good options with, so if you're running thermal or night vision. So that's a good one. My number 4 is going to be a trigger. So a lot of your, standard ARs will come with just a mil-spec trigger. They're a little bit heavy.
Yeah, trash.
I mean, they're just not the greatest, but they're not supposed to be. They're meant to run. That's all they're meant to do, and they do a good job by doing that. So I think a trigger upgrade is a really good idea, just to have that better squeeze, you're kind of getting more comfortable with your rifle if you want to do better precision shots. Maybe that lighter break is something you're interested in. So I'm a fan of those.
Or, if the government would come off with a crap.
Right.
Select fire, full auto,
Yeah, I agree.
Whatever. My number 3 is going to be a charging handle. So an ambi charging handle, something like Radian's, Raptors, or you may like something different other than Radian, but
I should have put that on my list.
Yeah, charging handle. I mean, you don't realize how crappy those little charging handles that come on ARs are.
Yeah,
until you get an ambidextrous, a thicker and better feeling one. So
well, it's usable, and
it does what it's supposed to.
It doesn't necessarily change the functionality, but it does definitely help with how fast you're able to react or how fast you're able to use the functionality of it. So I mean, I like that. That's a good one. Yeah. My number 3 is going to be lights and lasers. So I did want to put that on my list because I think it's a little bit more important, because if you're going to be building a home defense build, or if you're going to be doing like I said a while ago, a hunting build, having that light to identify your target or be able to see your target in the first place if you're hunting at night, I think that's a huge step up. So
or home defense. You definitely need one for home defense.
Right. Yeah. Of course. 100% recommend lights.
My number 2 is a trigger. To me, a trigger is more important than a light and laser. Okay. I mean, you're going to use a trigger more than you're going to use that light and laser.
Yeah, but I mean, when I thought about it, is it necessarily a higher or a more high up on your list as far as upgrading that first and then
I would much rather have a better trigger than a light.
So do the trigger first.
In my opinion. Now, these are our opinions. You're going to have a different opinion.
Well, throw them in the comments. Yeah, talk to us. Tell us what y'all like.
To me, you're going to use a trigger more. The function of the gun relies on that trigger.
It does. If you have a quality trigger, I like it. That's all right. I understand that. My number 2 is going to be comfortable furniture because I think that's an extremely important thing. So, and I say comfortable furniture. So there's a bunch of different systems out there. I'm also a fan of B5 stocks and as well as their vertical foregrips. I like a lot of their products. Magpul makes fantastic just pistol grips. I'm a bigger fan of Magpul's pistol grips than any other company. So it's having furniture that fits you because ultimately this is your rifle. You're going to be training with it and potentially using it. So make it fit you.
Right.
That is the main thing that I kind of get at on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have put it that high, but yeah.
I think you're comfortable. How comfortable you are with your rifle matters. That's why I put it.
I mean,
there.
yeah, for sure. I don't agree with number 2. But anyway, my number 1 is going to be a sight. Whether you want an LPVO, a holographic, a red dot, whatever you want on there, whatever fits your needs.
Just to be clear, that's also my number 1. So we can just go ahead and cover this all.
To me, that's probably one of your most important things that you're going to want on your rifle. I mean,
most standard ARs or any rifles really come optics ready.
Yeah,
so
for
meaning
sure.
they already have a rail on them, but no optic. Now you can buy rifles with optics already on them. That's there's companies out there that will throw those deals like Palmetto and Classic Firearms does it. So that's an option. But you got to think if the company is shipping it with the first upgrade already done as an optic. That probably means it's pretty important. I mean,
right.
Aiming down a Picatinny rail with no sights is kind of hard to do.
Right.
So having an optic, like he said, scope, holographic, red dot, I mean, you name it.
Even iron sights.
Right, whatever's comfortable to you.
Right.
But without that, you can't accurately shoot your weapon. So I think that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So that's our list, guys.
Right.
If you would, throw yours in the comments.
Yeah.
Give us feedback. Talk to us about yours. We try to reply to everybody while we're still somewhat of a small channel. So we appreciate all the support, guys. We're growing. It's working. It's we love it. We want to be able to do this for y'all and make content for y'all nonstop. So
yeah, something we enjoy. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. We're at 700 and something now.
There.
So we want to say thank you to our Patreon subscribers.
For sure.
They help us out a lot. If you want
extra money.
Yeah, if you want to help the channel out, go to the Patreon, donate what you can.
It can only get better with you guys.
Right.
It can only get better. I mean, it's our equipment, camera equipment, all that stuff's expensive, and you really start to realize it when you get into this. And just like him with these programming, doing the editing and stuff. So, anyways, guys, we don't want to bore you with that. We appreciate the support. If you would, please leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.